Hey there, let's take a look at how to make an animation in the style of the Star Wars movies. Okay, so we're kind of replicating the opening text crawl. Alright, so let's do a new motion project. I'll just make it 1080, 25 frames per second. 10 seconds long is fine for this. It'll probably be a bit longer in real life, but just open that. Okay, and I'm going to add to this. Let's make this window smaller so I can sort of see. I'm going to create a text box in here so I can paste a kind of paragraph of text. Let's make it nice and big, and I just want it to be about the same size as the width of the comp. I've got some text here that I can paste in, and okay, and let's just make all of this. I'm going to change a couple of bits in a minute, but I'm going to increase the size. Okay, and let's make it the formatting here. Let's justify it to the edges. Alright, and this section here, let's take that and just center. Justify that and maybe make that a little bigger. Okay, and let's take all the text, so just select all of that, do a select all appearance, let's make it yellow like the original. Okay, and there we have our text. Okay, I'll pull that up. That looks alright. That's a little bit stretched, those words, so I could always just go back into the text here. Okay, let's get all of that, and let's maybe make it, change the size a little bit. I'll just select this section. I tell you, motion I find quite fiddly when it comes to selecting text, but anyway, here we go. Let's go and get all of that, and if I just change the size a little, there we are. That looks a bit better. Okay, so there's our text. Okay, again, center that up. Alright, that should do it. Alright, so what we need to do is take this group, so go on the group and make the group in the group settings over here a 3D group, and let's put a camera on this. So we'll go new camera. Okay, so the nice thing about the camera is I can now go into my view menu here and select two views. Okay, and this one I'm going to make the right view. Okay, and I'll choose to I'll make this quite a small view. Alright, so there's our group, and this view I'm going to make my active camera. Okay, and again I'm going to fit this. Right. So let's select this group, and first of all I'm going to just go and into the properties, and so I can see in here and here what I'm doing. I'm going to go to the rotation of this, and on the X rotation I'm going to flip it there, so you get that kind of Star Wars effect of the text going off into the distance. Okay, so there's our group there. Now what I want to do next is take my group and okay, and I want to be able to move it along. Now one thing I sometimes find a little fiddly in motion is just getting the group selected to get the handles up. So I find sometimes just clicking out, clicking in, because I want these position handles for the X, Y and Z or Z. Okay, and so now I can take this green one, pull it back, so I can see on the right that it's now off the screen, and I can go to the position here and add a keyframe, and I can move along to the end, and I can position this up until it's off the screen. So let me take this screen and make it a little smaller. Okay, and okay, there we are. So I can move this all the way up off the screen. There we go. So we've now got our text going off into the distance. I'll click on here so we can see this one animate. There we go. So that's the text effect. Alright, so I'm going to lock that layer and lock all that, camera and group. Okay, so now I'm going to add to this going to go into my library, go to my particle emitters, and I'm going to go to sci-fi, and let's get rid of this colour. Okay, and there's one called Star Travel. So I'm going to drop this into here, and okay. So what I want this to be is the bottom group. So I'm going to move that down to the bottom. Okay. Now I just need to change. I'm going to change some settings on this. So first of all, I'm going to make it fill the screen so that all the particles start spread out. And then I'm going to go into the inspector and change some of the settings. So I'm going to make the life longer so they last long. I'm going to take the birth rate down a little so I've got fewer stars. Okay, and I'm going to take the speed nice and slow. Okay, again, I'm going to pull this out. It's bigger at the start. So, alright, and then I'm going to go into the, just open up the behaviors and open these. So we've got, if I go through here, I've got the scale over life behavior. So what I'm going to do is take this right down. So I've got to go into this menu here to find it all. So I can make these nice and just little like point stars. Okay, so we're starting to get there. So I'm going to go back to the emitter here and increase the radius. And now, okay. And then I'm going to take the randomness down for the speed. Okay, and so tile fill it. Oh, no, random fill. There we are. So I'm going to take the speed down again. Take the randomness completely off. Okay, so the stars are just kind of coming towards us as the text goes up. So just jump back to my single view. Alright, so there we go. So as always with motion, there's lots of little menus to sort of dive into and find where all the settings are. Okay, so once we've got that, we can do a little bit of Star Wars. So may the force be with you, and thanks for watching.